Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Sorry I started a little late, little technical difficulties. What's going on? This is the number one grinder. My secondary charge, number one grinder, real talk. Swoops, what's up, Swoops? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Um, Hope everybody's doing all right. This is the Underrated Darkness Boxing Talk number 58, y'all. Yeah. Number 58, we got Clarence and my brother Bruce in the piece. Um, so we're going what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna introduce the brothers after I play this intro and be right back.
Wait a minute. Man, you.
Hey, welcome, y'all. This is the secondary channel. Number one grinder, real talk. Yours truly. The number one grinder. We got my brother, the regular, the one and only brother Clarence McLean. And
Yeah,
also
yeah,
Bruce.
yeah,
Yeah, Bruce is on the phone, always taking care of business. Better
yeah,
cut
yeah.
that out. Better cut that out. Let me see. And we got Big Duke in the building. I want you to go support his channel on Fourth
Big
Quarter
Duke.
Talk. Big Duke in the building, and we got the lovely Swoops Like Me. Swoops Like Me. Yeah, she got it going on, y'all. Swoops
Salute,
Like
salute, salute, Queen. Salute.
yes. And also we got the one. Yeah, so everybody in the chat. Hope a few more people come. And hopefully we gonna have some invite some people in here. Now we got Bruce. You can introduce yourself, please.
Salute, salute, salute. I was just on the phone with brother Big Duke there, man. I had to take the call. I saw Big Duke. I says, man, he's in the chat over here, and now he's on here. Salute Grinder, salute Clarence, man. Pleasure to be on
What's
here.
going on, my good brother? How's
We're talking
everything?
some boxing today or what, man?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
all right. That's what I like to talk about. I like to do Toka twos. I like to talk boxing, man. You know, I'm a card carrying marijuana patient. And
yeah.
I'm in some tremendous pain right now with my arthritis, so I'm just here to enjoy some good boxing. I see Clarence has got the noodles over there, man.
Yeah. Clarence, you're making me happy, man. I'm making me hungry,
Yeah.
man. We have to fight.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
hey,
We got
listen.
we got
As much
somebody.
as much as I like to, as much as I like to eat messy food, at the same time, you have to
Hold
take
up.
something healthy
Hold
too.
up, hold up. We got somebody up in here, the one and only Lori Reed. We got her up in here. I did it, yo.
Uh
I
oh.
did it.
You
Oh.
did it! You
Oh.
did it! You got me at a great time.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, I know you did not go get my girl. You went and got me. Lori.
What did I told you?
Hey, Clarence. Look, I can't even hardly see.
Miss
Turn this thing to
Lori.
the
Oh,
side.
underrated. I love you for this. That's
Huh?
my
Absolutely.
that's my girl right there. You got
Oh,
Miss
thank
Lori up
God.
here.
Well, you gotta share her now. Forget all that, man.
I need to turn this back up. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I can
Yeah,
hardly hear on my phone. Let me check this microphone.
all right.
Francis, right now I'm turning this up. I don't know. Maybe I can hear better now.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I just can barely hear you. I'm cut off this thing in here. Maybe I don't. I've been having problems with my
You have to
phone.
jump in and
Like
jump out, jump back in.
like people will
Yeah,
call
you,
me
you
and I haven't been
Oh,
able
that's
to
what it is. Yeah,
um
somebody called, so you might have to do go
so
back
did my
out and
phone ring. It's time for me
yeah,
to get
yeah,
another iPhone.
you might have to go back out and come back in.
That's what I'm gonna do, baby. That's what I'm
Okay,
gonna do. Or
all right.
is there any way you can bring me in or
Huh?
send me a link?
Just hit the same link.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. All
Okay,
right, I got you.
all right.
You know I don't know how to do this. Let me see. How do I get out? All right.
Yeah, and then she come right back. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about boxing. Clarence. Tell about your channel, talk about your links, and also brother Bruce, talk about your channel. Then we gonna get it going.
All of Well, of course, everybody knows I have the No Duck Zone podcast going on IG, which is doing great. Thank you for everybody who's supporting that. And then on the Facebook side, I got McLean's Promotion, which that's doing great. A lot of people are probably a little more familiar now with No Duck Zone because I push that more. But you can find me on IG, and you can expect for some great things to happen with the No Duck Zone podcast. I got some hot interviews that's coming up that y'all gonna be pretty surprised. Sit back and Just wait, it's coming. But other than that, you know where y'all can find me. I got days and times I'm gonna be going live because I had a friend of mine that told me that you got to start putting your days and your times out that you're gonna go live. So as soon as I come up with the days and times, I'm gonna let y'all know. But just for now, I'm just gonna be going live whenever I feel like it. So if you get a chance and you happen to stroll across IG, look me up,
Mm-hmm.
McLean Clarence, and of course you'll see the No Doug Zone podcast. Let's go.
Gotcha. And oh, we got. Let me plug Lori back in. There you go. It's good now.
Yes, I mean I can hear you a little bit better. It's my
Good.
phone. It's not yours.
Oh, okay.
So you might have to scream at me.
Nah, I feel you. Now, before we continue, Lori, tell people about what you do. I know what we know what you do. Tell people what you do, please.
Okay. I run a promotions company in the DMV area where I promote all the DMV fighters, which is DC, Virginia, and Maryland and Baltimore. Of course, Baltimore. But I expanded where I will go on my loyalty promotion and boxing page, and I actually support everybody on my page.
Okay.
I also go around to the different fights, and I interview the fighters when they're coming out of the ring. Um, I can't say this, but I something new. I was just actually offered. Can you please get him out of here? Because you have to excuse me. I have children, and this is a mess. But anyway, I was just offered a position with TMT,
Mhm.
one of the managers that managed some of the TMT fighters,
Oh.
and it's another position, and so that means I'll have two. Um, but just promoting them, being with them, going with them, making sure when they go leave and go out of town that they're not out here doing things they don't have no business doing before the fight. Basically, I'm their mother.
Got you.
Oh man.
I'm
Oh,
everybody's mom, though. Every mom, auntie, sister,
Mm. Well, you need to
Lori
and
out
spread.
here
I'm a
doing big.
boxing ambassador. I mean, I boxed. I was a boxer in my 20s. I also went back in and started boxing in my 40s. My last fight was at 51 years old.
Oh wow.
And please get him out. You hear this? Wait a minute. No, get the heck out of here. You gonna hear me cussing in a minute? Grab him, please. I'm on. This little boy is no, mommy, my ass. Go, bye.
Hey, hey, nobody. Hey, listen. When you do
No,
an
just take.
interview
Even
like
if he
this for
cries,
Harry
take him
Boy, you don't
downstairs.
know what you're gonna get.
He got
Mm-hmm.
a whole Nintendo Switch. I mean,
That's great.
go
Is
downstairs.
Bruce
Thank
Gold still with us?
you. I love you.
Is Bruce still with us?
He's
Wait a minute. What'd
muted.
you say, babe?
Yeah, I'm still here, bro.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Okay.
okay. I thought he.
Okay. Thank
I
you.
didn't know.
Mm.
But to finish what I was saying, uh, I do a lot for the boxers. I'm not going to tell you that it's about breaking me, but I get paid back. Um, I support them, and no matter what, I try to help people find matches. Because I'm friends with a lot of people. And it's so much stuff that I do that I don't. I really can't put a label on it.
Mhm.
No, just grab him, please. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm gonna mute this mic.
All right. Again, welcome to my channel. Secretary to no one, ground the real talk. Clarence. Oh
I'm
yeah.
sorry, you all.
Go ahead. Now, before I get to Clarence, now, Lori, I remember we was talking through Facebook, and we was talking about I don't like bringing them up, but Furry,
Tyson Fury.
yeah, and we
Yeah.
the organization that he was in, and you remember we call him op. You remember you tell you he's a racist op, and you say yes,
Yes, he is.
and then yes, there you go. Now you hear it. Now you hear it from us, and
And you hear it from a white woman.
yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not saying that the black people are saying that he's racist. No, I'm white. You know, he's a racist. How can he not be? The things that he said, it's awful.
Yeah.
It's
You know
awful.
what? Yeah, yeah. And you know, me and Clarence was talking about that when it happened, and we was getting pushback on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Like people weren't agreeing with you?
Oh yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Tyson Fury
Oh
is
man,
racist.
I got so many people. I had so many people that was coming in my DM, calling me all types of names, and oh man, they were so upset, and I didn't know how to react to it because there was so many of them coming at me at one time. It's just some of the things that they were saying out of their mouth was so disrespectful. Like if these people would have been able to be close to me and I could touch them, I probably would have did something to them.
Right, right. Oh my gosh.
But you know what? I learned being in this boxing game. Um, Everything is not going to be peaches and cream, and people are going to say things to you that's going to ruffle your feathers. You know, so it's
Yeah.
like, you know, you can't, if you spend every time trying to attack somebody because of what they got to say, then you wouldn't last long. So I take the good, the
Right.
bad, and the ugly. That's what comes with this game. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I take all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It
And
did.
that's
It
what we
did.
have to do. We just can't take it personal. This is our
Nah.
opinion. This
Mhm.
is our
Yeah.
opinion, and everyone has one. You know, so
Yeah.
why get upset if we just give you our opinion? That's why I don't
Mhm.
talk politics and religion with anybody because that's their beliefs and that's their, that
Yeah.
it's none of our business,
Yeah.
and that's what we feel. So if we feel that somebody is being racist in the comments that they're making, the gestures that they make, and how they move around in this boxing business, we're just calling it how we see it.
Yeah.
We're just calling it how we see it. So how could we be wrong saying that he's a racist if we felt offended of something because of something he said or does?
Yeah.
They can't be offended at us. We're the people that say Tyson Fury is a racist. That's how they truly feel. The people that say he's not, that's how they truly feel that he's not.
Yeah. He's
But
not.
my feeling is he is.
But at
Yeah.
the same time though, if there's a pattern in what he was doing, right?
Uh-huh.
The truth is the truth in my book. He
That's
showed it. He said
yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Clarence. Absolutely. It's I'm putting my ear up to the speaker when you guys talk so I can hear better.
it.
But I agree with you 100%. 100%.
Yeah. So we gonna get into Gary Russell fights right now. So you ladies first, and then we gonna hit as Laurie gonna go first. Bruce goes, then Clarence McLean. What you think about the what you think about the
Oh
Russell
man.
fight?
It was a tough one for me because Gary Russell lives. Uh-oh, what happened to this phone? Wait a minute. Y'all see me?
No, we don't see it now.
Wait a minute.
We
Oh,
can hear you.
there we go. Gary Russell lives in the DMV.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I love him to death. I think I never wanted to see him and Tank fight because they were two of my favorite fighters in the DMV.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
have watched it. I would watch it today after seeing his performance. I'm a little disappointed. Um, but he should have got his shoulder operated on first.
Mm-hmm.
Took a year off or 6 months, however long it takes to heal. Take a tune-up fight and then went back in there because that he's not going to win like he wants Tank and Lomachenko. He's not going to that those fights. He will get destroyed if he goes in there and not takes take care of his physical body first. I just was a little disappointed, but then again, that's what I kind of expected because he was going in there with an injury that he knew of ahead of time that
Mm-hmm.
could have been fixed before this fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's my feelings on that. I was a little hurt about it, but I mean, it is what it is. He just didn't show me. I don't think he won that fight. There's a lot of people going back and forth. I don't think Gary did enough to win that fight.
Mm. Okay.
That's,
Bruce goes, please.
What do you want? My opinion on the fight?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I thought you know, everybody was wondering about Gary Russell, what he was going to bring to the fight. I mean, he's been the WBC featherweight champion for over 6 years, the longest reigning champion. But inactivity, bro. I mean, how many defenses has he made of that title? That's what I look for. You know, I look for has he fought, bro? I mean, you know, he's fought some decent fighters, you know, in his resume, but inactivity, a 33-year-old featherweight inactive for 2 years. And you know, he came in. He was talking about his shoulder injury, but then he said that he's had that. He claimed it was a torn tendon, and he's had it for 12 years, and he built the muscle up around it, and now it's just starting to bother him, man. And bother him. It absolutely bothered him. After the third round, when he heard it, he was a one-armed fighter. You know, he was landing the left. He was banging him with the left hand, but he couldn't set it up. He couldn't follow up. He couldn't land it with consistency. He didn't have that right jab. He didn't have that right hook. I mean, he was a one-armed fighter. And the Asian kid, Masagian, I can't even remember his name. I'm not going to look it up, but you know, I'm just going to say the other guy. You know, the other guy wasn't talented enough to do anything seriously wrong with him, but he had one arm, so he just beat him the way he had to, man. He took a lot of left hands, but he was landing a lot of combinations inside, and he looked a busier fighter. He landed way more punches, because all Gary Russell was doing was trying to land that haymaker with the left hand. The decision was fair. I mean, this kid is no will beater. Gary Russell Jr. with two good hands would beat him easily, I think, man. But hey, man, you know, give it to the Filipino, man. You know, he came in there with a plan. He had Freddie Roach in his corner. Gary Russell, he had a mixed up corner. He had problems with, personal problems at home. He said he didn't have anybody running his camp. He didn't have a trainer in there. I mean, you could tell, man. You know, you know, what gets me is so many people are riding with Gary Russell now, saying he won the fight, or at least it was a draw. What fight were you watching, bro? I mean, I watched that fight once. I'm not going to watch it again. I only had to watch it once, bro. Very, very easily to determine who was the winner there, and it wasn't Gary Russell Jr. I ride with Gary Russell Jr. I hope he comes back. But 33 years old for a featherweight, man. You know, I've been watching boxing for many years, probably longer than most of you cats have been around on this earth. And featherweights, they don't last beyond 30 years old. I mean, you can count the ones on your fingers who successfully had careers beyond 30. You know, I love boxing, but that's the way I saw that fight, man. The title's been passed. Let's see some of this new blood get in there. Let's see what's happening. You know, I hope Gary Russell Jr. comes back. But hey, man, you know, it's his decision.
Got you. Brother McLean, please.
Boxing, please. Okay. Well, let's see. Gary's had this issue with his shoulder, I believe he said, since 2008. And I understand why he didn't go get the surgery, because he said he didn't want to miss the Olympics. Cool, understandable. But you had enough time out of the 23 months to take care of it. Now, I don't understand what the hell you were doing out of those 23 months. He said he was training, you know, he was training fighters, he was working with his brothers. I mean, listen, all that sound good, but you knew at some point you wanted to get back in the ring. You kept screaming and shouting about how fighters were ducking you, and you wanted to do this to this fighter. You were calling Crawford out. You were calling Haney out. You were calling all these guys out. And I'm like, what if there was a chance you would have got a fight with these guys? There's no way in hell you would have had a chance of winning. Not in that condition. And this guy, this Filipino, I never heard of him, never seen him, never knew the guy existed. And
I
like
never seen top rank. I never seen him. He's like a top 20
like
contender or nothing.
And like Bruce said, there was nothing that guy did that made me say, "Oh, he's fucking amazing." I love this guy. I want to see him again. I was sitting there looking at the screen, ready to go to the bathroom and throw up because I couldn't believe what I just saw. I said, "What the hell just happened?" What just happened here? And there's no excuse for it. Now, for us, for everybody saying, "Hey, Gary won that fight," a lot of y'all need to leave the drugs alone.
Look, 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 look,
Leave.
look, look. If there's some good liquor that make you change your mind, drink that, please. Because I seen it, and I'm gonna tell you what my feeling was when I seen it. If I was like this, Gary, come on. And he was tossing Gary, come on now. Stop,
Um,
Gary, come on.
you know what? I tell you what. Gary had a chance to work his way back to where he needed to be. Um, and that Saturday that kind of messed everything up. And even bringing the shoulder situation up, even though we seen it happen in the ring, that's not going to take away from the fact that the other guy won.
It
And at
doesn't
the
take
end of
it.
the day, you knew you had an issue with your shoulder. It's not like it just happened Saturday. Like it was never no injury before that
You could have
until
got it
Saturday.
done within 23 months. You had that's
But
way
even
enough
before,
time.
listen,
Yeah,
even before the 23 months, it's been a problem since '08.
right.
After you
I
went to the
understand that.
Olympics, it should have been taken care of then.
Done. Right. Yeah, and also too, he talking about I'm gonna get the rematch. What makes you think that Filipino might give you a rematch?
And guess what? If I'm him, I, if this is me, if I'm the other guy, nah, you ain't the hell no. I'm taking that win and I'm running with it.
I'm telling you, he really did. I'm gonna get the Gary. He fired they changed their mind. It's not a guarantee you gonna get a rematch. So if you don't get a rematch, what you gonna think then?
Hey, but listen, I'm gonna ask y'all something, and y'all, I know y'all can agree. You could tell the fight was over for him before it was even over. Just look at the reaction of his brother and his father. If you go in the crowd and look at their face,
Yeah, I
they were
peeped
they
that.
had they were worried before the fight even ended. They knew, damn, he's not winning this one. It's over. So they knew before all this even ended. But shout outs to Gary. I love Gary. Um, he's a great competitor. I hope he gets the surgery. Like right now, as we speak, he should be getting it if he's not getting it, and just bounce back from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's that? What's the second loss? I mean, two losses doesn't define your career, but losing to a guy that we're not familiar with,
I
it
mean,
Yeah, I
it kind
never
of
even heard a dude's name until
I,
they
me
said it.
neither, Miss Laurie.
I,
Me
I
neither.
Yeah,
Lord,
he fought on Manny's undercard when he fought Ugas the last time. So I'd seen him before, but he didn't show
Oh,
me anything special.
I must have missed that one.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
I
he's
missed
not
that.
he's not even ranked. I was looking for him myself. He's not even ranked.
Dang. That should have been an easy one for Russell, but it ended up just blowing up.
And I think, in my opinion, I might be wrong for saying this. I think they wanted to take that for Gary anyway, man. You've been unactive for 23 months. You've been a champ for 6 years and 10 months. Nah, what the hell? Nah,
Yeah,
time for some new fresh blood.
That might get
They
him
wanted to
to
take-
get his team together. That
yeah,
if you're training, you don't have a team, you don't have a you don't have this and you don't have that. Why do you go and step in the ring?
yeah,
yeah,
Why would he even step in the ring if he had all these problems? I would have bowed out gracefully and say, "Look, I, this has
well,
happened. I would use the injury, yes, just like other
yeah.
people do,
It kind of
and
takes me back. It kind of takes me back to when Lomachenko lost to Lopez, and he was saying, "Yeah, I had
yeah,
got surgery." I'm like, don't do that, man. Pacquiao did the same thing with Mayweather. My shoulder. Come on, don't do that. You taking away from the other fighter. Don't do that. If you know you have an issue, fix that issue before the fight. Don't do that because that takes away from me. I beat you, and bringing an injury up is not going to give you back your zero. You lost. It's over.
hmm they're so afraid to lose that O, and losing that O doesn't make you less of a fighter.
Yeah.
You take that as a lesson learned, and you go back into the lab and you go ahead and start listening to your team. If your team is the problem, then you need to find something else that's going to work for you. But
Yeah,
even the greatest of all times has an O. Floyd Mayweather does not have an O. And he's the best ever. But the greatest of all times to me is Muhammad Ali, and he had O's. I mean, he had
Yeah.
losses,
Yeah,
and he's
most of
still the
the
greatest.
yeah, because you think about most of the ones that in the boxing Hall of Fame lottery, as you know, and claim, they had more. Some of them had more than 3 or 4 losses,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
and they still great.
Oh yeah.
There aren't
That's
many fighters that you can name who retired without a loss on their record, bro. You know, Floyd
Exactly.
Mayweather, um, Rocky Marciano, bro. I mean, who was the guy in England there? The guy from Wales that went undefeated.
Joe Calzaghe.
Calzaghe, yeah. I mean, aside from that, how many fight Muhammad Ali, like you said, Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, Joe Louis,
Mm-hmm.
Larry Holmes, Mike Tyson, bro. I mean, damn. You can name a
Archie
thousand
Moore.
more fighters who have an L on their record. But the thing is, bro, if you can get an honorable loss on there, these fighters say they're afraid of getting that L, but sometimes that L is a badge of courage. Like look at Thomas Hearns after he fought Sugar Ray Leonard. He got the L. He got knocked out, but he went on to win titles in 5 weight divisions. Man, he went on to greatness, Hall of Fame, first round ballot. And he had the L, and nobody said, "Oh, Thomas Hearns is done." No, he fought everybody after that L, and he caught more L's. I mean, some of the greatest memories of Thomas Hearns was getting waxed by Marvin Hagler. But regardless, man, that was one of the greatest middleweight fights in the world. Some people, they wouldn't even know who got the L. The first round of that is in one of the classic all time rounds in middleweight history. Just the whole fight. But like you're saying, Laurie, on L, some of these fighters they're afraid to get that L. And the management, it seems, they're just matching them with easy fighters. You see a card, you don't see two name fighters fighting each other. I hear somebody talking the other day about an upcoming card. Oh yeah, Leo Santa Cruz is on that card, and Sanchez is on. But who are they fighting? The fights are boring, and they're charging. They want to charge pay-per-view to some of these suckers for these fights. So it's boxing's in a crazy state. The L's. The charge of these crazy fights, Mario Barrios and Keith Thurman for $80. Come on, damn.
Oh, I didn't even know it was going to be $80. Is this actually $80 for that? Oh
Yeah,
man.
it's like
$80.
$79.99.
Well, you must round
Might
up
as
to
well
eighty
be
dollars.
$80.
Damn, I'll buy a half of an ounce of weed for that price, man. I'm gonna stream that
And
fight
make
all
sure
day
you send
long.
some to me.
Hey, Bruce. Yeah.
Bruce crazy. Man, yo,
Bruce.
listen, I can squeeze two. I can go to ABC score and squeeze some 3 bottles, some liquor off of that. Still save
Listen,
up.
80,
And plus
80,
give me
80,
some dinner or
listen,
something on that.
80,
You know,
$80.
they.
I'm going to the
I don't
supermarket.
understand. But
That's
I don't
crazy.
understand how the officials who do this, the corporations, they don't understand the working man. They're showing us 2 or 3 fights. It seems like a month where they're charging pay-per-view for them, or it's just so often, way too often for me. I can't. I can't swing that, and the hardcore boxing fan, they're not going to miss any fights. Let's face it, bro. If there's a way to get them, we're going to figure out how to do it, and it's already figured out.
Yeah.
You can go on Google and they'll tell you how to stream these fights. They'll give you you don't even have to look for them. You just click. So they don't even make it don't even make it illegal anymore. It's not even like you're breaking any laws. You're just simply streaming something that's out there for everybody to stream. But yet they the powers that be don't really understand it. You're on the wrong platform. You can make much more quality fights. Get corporate sponsorship to back you, man. Show these fights on a platform that you're not gonna, because nobody's gonna buy fights. I'll walk through my town and I'll say, does anybody know who Mario Barrios is? Does anybody know who even Keith? Nobody will know who Keith Thurman is unless they're hardcore boxing fans. This way, he hasn't fought another one. He hasn't fought in over 2 years. So, bro, I mean, damn, I don't
Well,
even know where I'm going.
I don't know whether this will even. I don't even know why I bring this up, but the person that I seen that had you know, never took a loss was at first was heavyweight Anthony Joshua. He is the person that I think made an example of what you're supposed to do when you take it out. You don't blame it on nobody. He didn't blame his loss on anybody, but he came back and he won the belts back. You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
I remember
yes.
Muhammad Ali doing that. I remember Lennox Lewis doing that. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
And I
and
just
like you
love the
said,
way
bro.
he
I'm
I
sorry.
love the way he
I
did
call
that.
everybody
I
bro.
think
Forgive
more
me.
fighters should
I call
do
my wife
that.
bro.
Man, the better man
Yeah.
won tonight. I'm not giving you no excuses. Da 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 da. And then go right back into the lab, look at the tape, look at your fight, and see what you did wrong and work on that. And that's what he did. But I just wish more fighters would be like that. Take their L's like a champ and just get back in the let. No excuses made.
They,
You
they,
had
they don't want to
so
do that
much
no more.
time to
So,
prepare.
yeah, they don't want to do that anymore. They don't want to take it like a man. Now it's got to be. I hurt my shoulder. I broke my big toe.
Or
I had
or
diarrhea. I had diarrhea two
I
nights
miss
before.
I miss my girlfriend and stuff like that. She got me mad because I asked her to get me some food or something or what's gonna be
But
next.
I
I got COVID. Check it out. This is a new one. I got COVID, right? But I'm at Las Vegas the next week.
Yes, spreading COVID to everybody.
Right.
Yeah. Don't
He
even
ain't
get
have
me
no damn
started on
COVID.
that. We're the generation. We're from the shaman soft generation, bro. Everybody, kids. Who do you see get in a fist fight? They don't fight anymore. It's not politically correct. It comes. It'll wait to the time where they'll start pulling guns out of their pocket. They won't know how to deal with a fist fight like we used to do all the time. You don't even hear about that anymore. It's just a soft generation, and it bleeds right down to the boxers, man. They don't want to fight. They don't want to fight the hard fights. They're going to sign with somebody. They're going to make X amount of money for a fight, and then they're not going to get hurt. They're seeing these boxers with brain damage, with CTE. They're a split slur on their speech, and I'm not going to get hit like that. I'm not going to get in the trenches, and I'm not going to fight like that. I'm going to fight defensively. I'm going to fight like Floyd. I'm only going to pick my fights. And, man, it's just a whole new generation, man. I've told you so many times, Grinda, Clarence, Laurie, just meeting you here, sister. But things just aren't where I came from anymore. I'm digging them because that's what's out there. That's the only thing that they're feeding me. But I come from the days of filet mignon, and now they're giving me bologna sandwiches and charging me the same price, even more.
Exactly.
yeah, but it shouldn't be $80 for no Mario Bars and Keith Thurman.
They're not
That's
going to get it
low.
from me, but I'll be able to come and talk about it over here the
I
next
mean,
day. And that's
I
about
mean,
all I'm
I
going to
mean,
say right now.
sure. I'm
Or
just, I'm just
or you can
saying.
go on Instagram and see it for free. You just won't see no sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is true. Thanks for sharing me out, Sheila. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but I
Sheila E.,
understand.
salute.
Chili, thank you so much for sharing me out. Thank you so much. Thanks for everybody. I got Lori Reed here in the piece. I got it, y'all. I got it.
Yeah, yeah, Lori's a hard woman to get up with. That's a busy woman. So
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
can
that's a
get her,
busy one.
that's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
busy woman.
yeah, man.
Laurie,
Yeah, I'm
Laurie, I,
telling
Yeah.
you.
I heard you. I heard you speaking. You're a former fighter.
Yes, I am. I was
Yeah,
in the master division when I came back, which is people 37 and older,
Yeah.
yeah.
and we got to
And
fight with
when did
headgear
you
on.
when did you start fighting?
When I was 51.
No, your first fight, your first, not the stop, the start. I'm sorry, I got this
No,
New
I'm
England
talking about
accent.
when I first started fighting, I was in my 20s. And then I found out during a pre-physical after my third fight, I found out that I was pregnant. Oh boy.
Oh wow.
So that stopped me from being able to fight. And then, I had to learn how to raise a child. So
And you
I,
and you
I
took it
got
you
out
took
of
it
it.
up
I
again.
never got out of it, but I always had trained, but I just never got back in the ring after I had my son. Until I guess I was having a midlife crisis. Hell, I don't know. But something in me said, Lori, get back in the damn ring and have some fun. Because I love it. I love it. Hit me, motherfucker. I'm gonna run around. I'm gonna get you back. It was so funny. I'm gonna post my last video, my last fight. I had a great walk. I know it was 80 people walked me to the ring. and I had the song playing and all this stuff. It was awesome. Y'all got to. I'm gonna post it today in my group and on my page. It
Oh,
was
Okay.
awesome. I just love the experience.
And so
Yeah.
and so what are you doing? What are you doing now with fighters? You're working on the outside. You're representing some fighters. Doing promotional work.
Yes, I do. I do more for Tank for free, with him because that's my baby.
Yeah.
He's my baby. And in the DMV area, what I do is I go to different gyms. I talk, all around. There's so many gyms all around the DMV area, and so I actually go to the gym and see some maybe some new prospects and stuff like that, and then I'll send some footage to managers and stuff like that. Uh, I do the interviews with the fighters when they come out of the ring. I've done, I do some of that of the people in the DMV and people that haven't. They just would walk up to me after they got out of the ring, walked up to me and did an interview with me, you know. And Regis Prograde was one that just walked up to me.
Mm.
Hey, Lori, he knew who I
Nice,
was. I didn't think he knew who I was, but he knew who I was, and it was an honor.
nice stuff. Nice, nice.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
love it. I'm
Lori,
I'm
Lori,
at
have
Lord be
you,
doing.
you
Upton
have
Gym
a
in
you have a
Baltimore,
YouTube
Maryland.
channel? You have a YouTube channel, Lori?
Who, honey?
Do you have a YouTube channel?
No. You,
No, but that's my next step.
okay.
I just opened another page, but this doesn't pertain to boxing. But if anybody is listening that ever went through this, could actually join this private group. It's a grief group called Life After Loss because I,
Oh,
I
okay.
lost my mother, my husband, and at the end, my son
Yeah,
to the
right.
system.
Yeah, okay,
In
yeah.
12 months, I lost my mother, my husband, and then my son to the system. I mean,
Oh, you.
to prison.
But you know what,
And
Lord,
he just
I
came
just.
home last week or the week
Yeah,
before.
yeah, I remember. I just want to let you know, Laurie, when I was hearing your story, I've been praying for you and your family. I just want to let you know that.
Oh, baby, thank you so much. It's hard. I put on a smiling face when I'm talking about boxing, but I'm telling you, I I I I suffer from depression because of that. Post traumatic stress disorder, seeing my husband dead on the floor,
Oh
trying to
wow.
revive him from a massive heart attack. And
Mm.
so if you know anybody, that little support group is called Life After Loss. It's a private group
It's in
and it's on
Facebook.
Facebook.
It's on
But
Facebook.
oh yeah,
but I
she
will
just
be
sent me.
starting a podcast
Miss
on
Laurie just sent
YouTube.
me an invite for that. She just
I
sent me an
will. I
invite.
already did.
Yep, she sent me one. She
Oh
sent
yeah,
me
I
one.
can you send me an invite after this finish, Laurie, if you can?
Yeah, baby, but I already did, I think.
She might have
You were
sent it
one of
to
the
you
first
already
ones. I
underrated.
just
You
did
gotta
this
look.
right
Okay,
before the
okay. I'll
show.
look for it. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta look for it.
But I'll send you another one.
Okay. Now that we get this out the way, we got the lovely Lori Reed here, y'all. See, I told you, I told you now. Oh, I'm not telling you. Yeah, but Clarence, let's discuss about what we was talking about earlier, but that you put up on IG.
This is why I don't ever like talking to you, underrated, because you are a. So I put up. I found the picture. It was a cool picture too of AJ and Wilder. And it says AJ versus Wilder, and this is the fight we always been talking about. So you know me, I like to start stuff. So I threw it up on IG just to get a reaction from people, and oh my god. Somebody called me this morning and said, "Bro, take that picture down because you know damn well AJ will not accept that fight."
Right, right.
But I said I like to put stuff up to get a reaction out of people, just to see what they are going to say, even if there's a fight that we may not never see it. It's like when I put up the Tank and Gary Russell. I put that up about 3 years ago, and people were like, "Yo, take that down, take that down. That's not gonna happen." And Gary will kill him or Tank will kill him. And I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have posted that. I didn't know y'all were gonna give me that kind of reaction. But AJ and Wilder It's something that I'm interested in seeing. Will it happen? I seriously doubt it because there was an offer that was given out to AJ before, and I don't forgot what the number was, but I heard he turned it down, or that he never gave him a response, or I don't know what happened in that situation. But it's definitely something that I'm interested in seeing. I'm more concerned with Wilder than I am with AJ because he took a bad beating in those last two fights with Fury, and I'm very concerned with him not knowing if physically and mentally if boxing is still with him, and if he comes back, will he ever be the Wilder we know? I doubt it. I just don't know. So that kind of concerns me because if AJ was to beat Wilder, then the first thing everybody would say is, well, look at what Fury did to him. I mean, Fury broke his spirit and all. So I just put it up just to get a reaction from people to see what they were going to say. But it is definitely something that I would love to see if they can make it this year or next year. I would definitely be interested in seeing it though.
I'm glad that you asked that because now AJ is going to fight again, and I want to know: do you think that he gonna get the belts back? Start from Laurie, then Bruce, then Clarence.
Who's AJ fighting this time?
Yusuf, whatever. I can't pronounce his name. The guy who just beat him. He's getting a rematch.
Yusuf?
Yusuf. Okay. Oh, okay. AJ
Yeah.
and him.
Yeah.
Okay. When is that fight supposed to be?
Oh, that's a good.
Has it been a date set for that?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know what's taking so long to have a date. That's a good question. I have not seen a date on it yet.
Well, you know
No.
what? It depends. My version, my thoughts on that would be: it depends what AJ shows up.
Yeah.
It depends on what AJ shows up. If he shows up like, or if he takes this fight as, oh, this is just gonna be a walk in the park. I'm just gonna go in and do my little thing, and I'm gonna get out. That it's not gonna work. It's not. It won't work. If he goes in there hungry, he might stand a chance. AJ is one of my favorites. I named my son after
Oh,
him.
okay.
So
Okay.
one of my children after him, one of my grandchildren. It's not my son. One of my grandchildren I named after him. Um, but I don't know. It all depends on what AJ shows up that night. That's my thoughts. I mean, because we've seen very many sides of him.
Yeah. Do you
So
think?
we see so many different sides of him. Like,
Yes.
you
Okay.
know,
Yeah. Do you think he should keep the
that's
same
just,
camp?
huh?
Do you think do y'all think he should keep the same camp or change?
Oh no, I think he should keep his same camp. Maybe add to it. Add to it. I don't know who his strength and conditioning coach is. Um, but he definitely needs to work on his head movement more and not being a standing target. He got to move around more. And I'm talking to you about one, I'm talking like that about one of my favorite fighters. So, I mean, that's just my opinion.
Got
That's
you.
just mine.
Anybody else?
Um. Well, I in this rematch, I don't know when AJ beat Andy Luis, which I think Andy Luis could have beat him again, in my opinion, in the rematch. We all know why that didn't happen. Andy got that money, and he started gaining weight. You get good money like that you never had before. You don't know what to do with it. When you get it, you're just gonna be out there in the limelight, and you're not gonna be eating and training the way you're supposed to. But this is not Andy Luis we're talking about. We're talking about Yusuf. So if he thinks, hey, I lost one fight and I could come back from it, you can. But like Miss Laurie says, it depends on which AJ show up. You know why Lennox Lewis is one of my favorite fighters out of everybody? It's because even out of the two losses that he took, he came back from it. Even though one fight, one guy was having a moment. but he knows how to come back from that, and that's basically what AJ is gonna have to do, because if AJ goes in there and he loses this, it doesn't matter if it's by knockout, stoppage, decision. This is gonna be such a bad setback for AJ. It's like, and he basically signed his life away to Eddie Hearn. So
Right.
it's like you it's over for you in that part. So it's like, if you lose this, where does it leave you? We just got to see. Like Miss Laurie said, we got to see where AJ is going to show up. I mean, he's trying to convince us by making these videos, these talking this crazy shit that I don't have a clue what the hell he's talking about. He's talking this like a gangster. I'm going to get my belts back, boy, and all this other crazy shit. I don't know what he's talking about. Like, how's that going to help?
He's trying
talking
to change his image a little bit.
Yeah, he's trying to change his image. He's talking about he be in the hood and shit. I'm like, what? What does this got to do with
I don't see that.
I don't see that. Like, what does this got to do with you
Unless
fighting?
he's copping. He might be copping.
Well, listen.
He's going into other areas. He's copping some dope or something.
He gotta be, because the look
No,
in
I'm
his eyes.
joking. I shouldn't be saying that. Oh God.
Well, no, I mean, listen, something's clearly wrong with him, because you're saying, I'm coming to get my belts back, boy, and I be in the hood, and I've been
right. You don't even sound right saying that.
You don't even sound right.
Yes, you got it right.
He don't sound right. You're not from the hood.
But my thing is, what does this have to do with you getting your belts back? All you have, if you want to talk that, all you got to do is say, listen, man, hey, you got me on this first one, but this next one, it's me. I'm coming to get my belts back. And when you start bringing, I'm in the hood and all this, we don't believe you.
You're not from the hood anyway. Why are you saying that? That's what I'm saying. Like, where you trying? Come on. We don't believe you.
Listen.
He sounds like he was fed with a silver spoon. I mean, I don't know his background, but I'm just saying.
I mean,
he got really good manners. He never talked that way before.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And now he's coming off saying, I'm from the hood, I'm gangster. He didn't say gangster, but that's what he was pertaining to.
Yeah.
Like, don't fuck with me, because I'm really from the hood and I'm about that life.
Well, listen, in the words,
no, bitch, you're not.
In the words of my man Kitty Porter, keep it boxing, man. Just keep it boxing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you start stepping outside of that. No, let's keep it boxing, man. We're not doing it. We all are trying to get out of the environment that we live in and make a better way for our families. And this is the reason why we're involved in boxing. But we don't need to go back to where we from and I'm a gay. We don't believe you. Right. You can say all that and go in there and Yusuf can knock your ass clean out. Then all that you said was for what? Keep it boxing. That's all. Keep it boxing. You don't need to go there with that.
Yeah. I don't stand people.
You're absolutely right.
Hey, Bruce. Hold on. Hey, Bruce, you might have to give AJ a little something to puff on when you see him.
yeah, man. He need to hit the pipe. He need to hit that pipe, dog.
Hey, Bruce might be
a big fat one and bring it to him.
Yeah, because he's like I said, he basically signed his life away to Eddie Hearn. I don't know why the hell he did that. That was a big mistake, and we got to see where it goes from here. If he does get past Yusuf, then you know what everybody wants to see next, because everybody's been talking about AJ and Fury. That's what they want to see. I could see an AJ and Fury fight probably happening before I could see a Wilder. They're gonna try to avoid Wilder if they can, but as much stuff as Fury did, I don't even want to see him back in the ring. To be honest with you, I'm just not. I'm not interested.
Right. Now, I wouldn't pay to go see him.
No. Yeah, no, I wouldn't pay to go see him. He's come to New York. Well, not that many times, but the time he's come here, I've never bothered to even go.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't pay to see him.
He could be right down here at the MGM, where I live at, and I wouldn't go. And I go to everybody's fights. I go to amateurs, pros. That's where it starts at, in the amateurs.
It's certain fighters I won't entertain, and certain fighters I would not take money out of my pocket to support them. I have a few fighters. I'm not gonna say who they are, but there's just a few fighters. Then they would never get my support. They just wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. I'll go support an amateur before I go support them.
Right.
Not
And
gonna do it.
that's they need to they need to make themselves more marketable so they would get more fans that wouldn't mind paying the money to go see them. But because of this pandemic, they're raising the prices of these non, how can I say this in a nice way? Um, not a non high profile fight. They're raising the prices to $80 for that fight. It should be on a channel where we can just cut the TV on.
Yeah.
But I think it's because of this COVID. They're trying to recoup some of the monies that were lost during all this time. I don't know. I don't know why they raised. I
You
don't
know
know why
what?
that fight will be $80.
But yeah, I mean, if you're going to do that, you can't just be out here making up any kind of fights and calling them pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's got to be pay-per-view. This is why they have the word worthy. It has to be pay-per-view worthy. When they do the Charles Martin and King Kong Ortiz, that was not really pay-per-view worthy. But being that they said it was $40, I said, okay, fine.
I bought it.
I'll do that. Now, if they would have said $80, I would have called them every name in the book except for the Child of God, and I wouldn't have ordered it. Yeah, I wouldn't have ordered it. But being that it was $40, and I'm a big boxing supporter, I said fine. But when you take something like Keith Thurman and you take Mario Barros, which I don't have an issue with neither one of those gentlemen, but when you take that and you say $80, I'm like, you overstepping your boundaries. Like that's, oh man, I can't explain that one. But you know what? The crazy thing is, quiet as kept, I'm gonna probably order that anyway, just because. Not just because I want to watch boxing, it's because I'm just a little curious.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm curious to see what Keith is going to do.
If you don't want to order it, like I said, go over to Monty the Writer on Instagram.
Yeah. Oh God.
Monty always streams.
Money. Oh my God. Money's the king of that.
I want me and him are like best friends.
I wanted to hit him one day and say, you know what? Hey man, I can't even do this on here, man, because you got it locked down. You got it.
He really does. He's good. Keon, everything boxing, he's good. And there's another guy that's not on Facebook, but if you guys are interested to ever go on there and just listen to him, he's real cool. It's Knockout Boxing 86.
Yeah. Knockout. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Knockout is awesome too.
Definitely. Those are some good. Despite what people might feel about them, those are some good brothers.
They're good people.
They good, you know. They just talk about the sport of boxing, just like everybody else. Whether you agree with them or disagree with them, you know. Hey, listen, I love to see a bunch of people get together and do their own panels and have their own thing going on, and we all sit and talk about the favorite sport that we love. Now we all can agree to disagree, but you know we have to also keep it respectful. And once we can do that, and it's a beautiful thing, I love it. I love it. But shout out to all those brothers. They're some good brothers.
Yeah. Who do you think? I'm just gonna throw this out there. I'm gonna ask Jerry first. Who do you want? I got to throw my baby's name out there. Who do you want Tank to fight next?
Oh Lord Jesus!
Look, he said, "Oh Lord, have mercy."
I'm gonna put my.
Hi, Jerry. Oh, Jerry is.
I want
he was drinking. That's what he's doing.
I want Tank to fight. Oh,
you're in court now. Be careful. You're in court.
You are in court. You are in the court of law. What you say can be used against you.
Be careful.
Clarence, I'm gonna get you for this, man. You set me up, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be real nice on this one.
Keep it real. Keep it 100.
I'm gonna keep it real. Now, but before I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna let you know, look. The fighters that I don't like, I call them names.
Oh, I don't care. Yeah, everybody does.
Okay, now good. I would like Tank to fight Telefino, but I call him Telefucko.
I hate Telefino. But yes, I want to see that too. I want to see that. I want to see him fight Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor is who I want to see him fight.
Oh, you took my two. That was the second one too. I do.
You know why I asked you? I went right to Jerry. I said, Jerry, I'm going to ask you this question. Clarence said, oh, God. I think that was Clarence that said that.
Yeah, he did. I do. Either one. I really do. I mean, the other one. Nah. I want. I do. I want to fight. Yeah. At
those
first,
are good fights.
at first I said Lomachenko, but I don't know.
I think he needs to do Lomachenko because everybody's saying he's avoiding him.
Yeah.
Just get him out the way.
Get him out the way.
I mean? If you're not avoiding him, and you know how I am with Tank, if you're not avoiding him, let the team make that fight. Let them. But they want Teofimo Lopez. But now, see, with him dropping the 130 belt and keeping the 135 and 140 belt, you know, he can fight in those two different weight classes. I don't think Tank will drop back down to 130. I think he's got too big and too comfortable at 135.
He's not. Yeah, he's not. He said he wasn't. No.
And what do you? Yeah, that's what he told me the same thing. I just didn't want to. I didn't know he put it out there.
Yeah, he put it out there. He was like, nah, because I seen when he was making 130 before. He looked so drained, and I looked at him and I was like, I said, Tank look a little drained to me. Just from looking at him, I wasn't used to him looking like that. So I said, nah, I never want to see him do that. Just go ahead and stay at 135, 140, or stay at 135 if you want, man. But right now, truth be told, Tank owns that division. I don't care how many people they try to put in front of him. His last fight, they tried to put a guy in there to try to destroy him, and it really didn't work. The guy was good, but it didn't work. So they're gonna try their best to find somebody who can get him out of there.
I don't take nothing from Barrios. Barrios was he was a good fighter.
Oh yeah,
that was a good fight. I mean,
you know what? People didn't want to get. But this is the problem. This is how you know people know nothing about boxing. Because the first thing when I said that, the first people said, well, who is Mario Barris? Who is he? That was easy. Easy.
He was holding the belt.
Yeah. I said, he had to come up to this man's weight class. What are you, crazy? And a bigger man. Mario Barris is almost 6 feet tall. He's 5'11". What do you mean easy?
Look at Tank. What is he, 5'5"?
Yeah, I'm taller than Tank. I'm 2 inches taller than him. What do you mean easy?
Yeah.
That just shows you people know nothing. People know nothing about boxing. People are too busy being fanboys. That's all they are.
Yeah. Now, brother CER in the chat said Tank versus Devin.
Devin Haney, that would be a good one. I'm friends with Devin Haney's father and Devin himself.
No.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
No, Lord Jesus.
I mean, that would be a good one. I mean,
Hey, sir, don't come in the chat starting stuff, man. Lord Jesus, not that.
What they said? What he said?
He said Tank versus Devin.
Oh. You know what? I do want to see that too. And another one that I hope can happen, but it might not. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in there. If the Tank and Devin doesn't happen, I would like to see Shakur Stevenson move up to 135, and maybe Tank and Shakur can get it on. You know, that's that Maryland versus Jersey.
That'd be a tough one.
Yeah. Maryland versus Jersey. Let's go.
Yes.
Or I want to see Tank. Well, I mean, I wanted to beat him up. The Instagram lover.
Absolutely not.
I want to see him smash him.
If you're talking about De La Hoya's adopted son, we're not doing that. We are not doing that, Underrated. We are not going to do that.
I want to see him get beat up. Come on.
He would not last in there with Tank.
That's what I want.
Listen, if he thinks Luke Campbell hurt him, what do you think Tank will do?
That's what I want to see. I want to see him fight. I want to see the people. I want them to, when they get a venture. I want to see it be near a hospital. Had the IC
Listen,
unit
Tank will hit that.
nearby the
Tank,
ring.
listen, Tank will hit that man so hard that man will turn into Lou Diamond Phillips, and he'll turn into the La Bamba. That's
I
how
want
hard he'll
him.
hit him.
I want Tank to beat him up so bad, so the rest is like he could piss blood. I like.
I
That's what I
do
want.
want I do want to see Tank and Garcia.
Oh
I
my
do want
God,
to see
Miss
that
Lori,
because
Miss Lori,
Garcia just ran his
they're gonna
mouth,
press
caught
charges.
COVID, got
Miss
scared, had
Lori,
health problems,
they
and
are
all this
going to
other shit.
press charges. If anything happens to that man, Miss Lori, they're gonna press charges against you if Tank goes in there and he does that.
Well, that's all right. I'm a bail bondsman, also. I'll bail myself out.
Oh
Oh
damn, I
wow.
forgot. I
Well,
forgot.
no.
Oh
Forgot I own
damn.
my own business.
Oh, Miss Lori, they can't look.
I
They
bail
can't do
my
nothing
ass
with you.
right on out of jail. They can charge me with anything. I'm out.
Yeah, Miss Lori, they can't do nothing with you. They can't do
No,
nothing
fuck
with
that. I
you.
got my ass covered. You know what I mean? I
Oh
cover my
man,
ass at all.
Oh
they
well.
can't do nothing
Ooh,
with you.
I was at that fight with Ryan Garcia. Matter of fact, check this out. I was at the fight when Garcia got knocked down in the second round. I was in the front row and I
Mm-hmm.
hollered. Excuse my language. Will I get in trouble for saying a bad word on here?
No.
No,
Okay.
No.
Because I curse. And just let me know. Because sometimes I curse and don't even know I'm doing it.
oh, we know,
I
Miss
said,
Lori.
motherfucker, if Tank would have hit you in that second round, your ass would have still been asleep. Ryan Garcia looked over at me and Oscar De La Hoya looked over at me and he said, get her out of here. I said, you can't get me nowhere, baby. Somebody went over and whispered something and Oscar De La Hoya's ear and he sat his ass down and minded his fucking business. And I was wearing my GTD Javante Tank Davis t-shirt. And
Look,
then when they were
that's what
interviewing
pissed them
Oscar De
off.
La Hoya, I got
Yeah.
a picture of him. They were interviewing him and I said, Oscar, and I yelled real mean and howled from the back. And he stared right at me. I said, click. He probably said, this lady crazy as hell. Yes, I am. When it comes to
Get her
Tank
out the
and my
get her out the building.
he was trying to get me thrown out. Bitch, you can't get me thrown out because the person that bought me in this fucking and got me this damn seat right here makes way more money than you make. I'm
Oh
not even
wow,
gonna say who it is, but I'm just saying, you can't throw me out of here when the best put me in here.
you can't throw me
Oscar
out
was
of
an
here.
ass. Oscar wasn't asked. And then me and Devin were chopping it up. Me and his father gave me his phone number. I'm gonna probably try to interview. I'm gonna start my interviewing next month too on my page.
Okay.
Tank's
Okay.
gonna be one of my interviews too. Tank, I'm gonna do Demond Nicholson since he's got a fight next month.
Hey, Miss
So
Lori,
I'll be at that one.
I gotta go to the DMV because I need to see some amateur fights. I gotta get out there. I haven't got to the DMV, so I gotta see what amateurs
Well,
they
you need
got
to
out
come out here and watch the pro fight at the casino on the I think it's the 19th, 16th, 19th, or something like that.
there. When
In
is
the
it?
casino.
When is it?
It's at the Maryland Live Casino. That's where Demond Nicholson's gonna be fighting at.
No, what day?
Um, February 19th or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
right
the
after
19th.
Valentine's. Okay. Yeah, because I was supposed to came
Yeah.
out there anyway, and I been was talking about coming out there to see Mr. Umar and a lot of other people. So
Oh, he'd
I
love to
have to.
see you.
Oh, yeah, I know he does. I have to call him too. I haven't talked to him in a while because I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. We even though it's a new year, we all are trying to get back to where we need to be, and COVID just
Yeah.
messed a lot of us up, and so I don't get to talk to everybody like I used to, but that's why I love doing these panels because if we all don't get to call each other, video chat each other, this is how we get to conversate. So I love it. I love it. That's why when
And I'm
Underrated says,
sorry
"Hey,
because
come
I
up,"
talk a lot.
yeah, when Underrated says, "Come on up here and tell him," I can never tell my brother no unless I really don't feel good or I have something to do. I can never tell him no.
Right, right. He's a good guy, and I've been trying to get on here with him, but with me running around and doing everything I do, it's hard. And then all on top of that, I'm a foster mother. I have 3 extra kids here. Um,
Yeah,
I do a lot.
yeah, I
A
know.
lot.
That's why I
People
said
don't
you
even
always
understand how
busy.
much I do.
Oh, it's
I
good.
stay busy to keep from dropping in my, being depressed and stuff like that from,
Yeah.
letting
Yeah.
the world overwhelm me.
Uh,
But I'm gonna ask, what's this gentleman's name? The other gentleman, not Underrated.
Oh, Bruce goes. I don't even know if he's still there. Bruce, you still there?
Hey,
no,
Bruce.
he's muted. He muted.
Bruce might have. You know what?
Bruce.
All right, there you go.
No, no,
There you
no.
go.
I'm still here, man. I was helping my
Okay,
wife.
I was wanting to
I
know.
just,
Now, see, I'm gonna put this out there. Now, this is one of the guys that I really am promoting. He's just signed to TMT. Have any of y'all heard of Malik the King Warren?
Malik the King.
King Warren.
no, I haven't.
All right,
Oh,
he's
No.
6-0.
No.
Um, and he signed with TMT. He lives in Baltimore. Um, he's like my nephew. Me and his family are very close. Right now, he was training in Upton Gym where Tank was training, but now he's training down there with Boots and going all up Boots Ennis and Philly. And I just wanted to know if y'all ever heard of him. Because once I get him on and do an interview on him, I would like for y'all to bring him in and do interviews with him too.
Oh
okay.
well, I'm always into doing interviews with guys I never heard of because that's how you get fighters out there if other people don't know them. That's why I always
Exactly.
interview. That's why I always interview amateurs that people might not know, but once I interview them, somebody will sit there and say, "Yeah, I remember
Oh
him
yeah, no
because you."
problem. I'm with it. I'm
Yeah,
no problem. He welcome to
Yeah.
his
I
channel.
mean, y'all, I want to get his name out there above and beyond. You know, he's a
yes,
TMT fighter. He hasn't lost. Every one of his fights have been a knockout.
Mm,
And
wow,
and he's been put in there with some good competition. But
mm.
okay.
Malik is just cut from a different cloth. Not Malik Hawkins, Malik Warren. Last
I'll
I
look him up.
heard, Malik Hawkins might have. I'm not sure. Don't please do not quote me on this. Somebody told me that he was going to retire, but I don't think he will. I think he's just going to switch up his trainers or whatever um,
Yeah,
is going on and come back different. I'm not sure because I love Malik Hawkins to death. To death. I love
Mm-hmm.
his mother, Charlene. And so, just keep him in prayer too because he took another L. That's the second L. He was 19-0. And then he couldn't hydrate himself properly. He didn't hydrate himself properly when he fought and took his first L, and then he fought again and took another one. So we got to
Yeah,
just keep him in your prayers because some guys just don't know how to handle it.
there you
Some
go.
women don't know how to handle, taking them losses. Just like me and Bruce was saying, some people just don't know how to take that L.
Mm-hmm.
They praise that O so bad.
Mm-hmm. Like it's the end of the world, but it's not.
It's not. It's gonna make you better. It's gonna teach you. It's gonna teach you. What did I do wrong? Oh shit, I gotta work on my slipping. I gotta work on my, my roll. I gotta work on my overhand right. I gotta work on my uppercut. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. You got to have the passion again. The passion, the fire up under your ass to get in there and work your ass off and go in there and be the champ you were meant to be.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I try to encourage all of them. I don't care what the record is. I try to encourage all of them.
Yeah, I was looking at Malik Warren's record. I was just checking it out on Box Rec. I mean, he faced as an amateur. He faced Keyshawn Davis. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, that's the man. Yeah, 6-0 professional record.
Yep.
And hey,
That's my
man,
baby.
good
That's
luck,
my
good luck
baby. I
to
got
him.
plenty of pictures of him on my Instagram and my Facebook page. And on Instagram, his name is Leak Warren, Leak Warren. If you guys want to go on it, because he's more on Instagram. Like if I bring him on to do an interview, it would be from his father's page
Oh, okay.
because he don't really have a Facebook that he really keeps up. These younger generations, they're Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
so
good,
far away from
Bruce.
this. I just started a YouTube channel a couple of months ago, and man, Twitter. I just signed up for Twitter like last week or something like that. So social media and me. I told these people, I come from the generation where we went into an elevator and there was a guy standing there with a coat and berets on his sleeves. He'd press the buttons for you. Look like
Yeah.
a general from the freaking Civil War. Serious, really, man.
We're letting people know our age because
Well,
I was with you there. Yeah. I remember when they had just had pagers. They didn't even have cell phones.
oh yeah, and people. Oh, you must be a doctor. You have a pager. Oh, well, either a doctor or a drug dealer. One of the two. But,
Yeah. Oh my.
great, crazy days. But now everybody's got a Facebook. Everybody's got an Instagram. Everybody's got a Twitter. So I'm trying to jump on the bandwagon. I just started my Facebook page. I do boxing. I do jazz. I do nutrition and health. I do professional wrestling, and I also do fine weed because I'm a card carrying marijuana, a medical marijuana patient. And
Yeah.
oh yeah, brother. And
I'm gonna have to send you a friend request.
oh well, I don't do Facebook.
Oh,
But just sub to my YouTube channel. Come on, some of my I do lives all the time. I just kind of do them on the spur of the moment. But once in a while I get some.
YouTube. Oh, you're on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, I had Tim Witherspoon on my show the other night, man.
Yeah,
We
he's
talked
a
for a
good
couple of
guy.
hours, and I had George Jakovic. He was an HBO executive for 12 years. I only met him last week. He's already been on my show twice, and man, he's just a boxing head, full of knowledge. And it seems like a guy my age. I get out there and I meet people who have vast experience. I mean, guys like scrapbook boxing, blood boxing. I mean, there's just so many people out there. Clarence and the Grinda, and Big Duke. We kind of click it off because we're all real people. And I've been here for a few years, but I just started my own channel so I can kind of express myself. And people are saying, "Well, bro, I didn't know you were an old guy. I didn't know you were a white guy. I didn't know this and that." And then, hey, bro, I am what I am. And salute to YouTube. Salute to everybody out there, man. Pleasure to
Yeah,
meet you,
we
Logan.
can between all three of us other ones that are on the channel. Well, I don't know if Jerry has a Facebook page. I think he does. Yes, he does. I don't know what I'm thinking about, but I'll definitely promote your page in my group or in my thing, and I throw up a claim promotion. I always throw up Jerry's. I'll share stuff from their pages.
Yeah.
Just to get no, so you can get more subscribers to your YouTube channel.
I
It's
appreciate
funny
that.
because I only have about 350 or so people who subscribe to me, but I just started up, and it's like when I go live, they all jump in the room. I'll see 25 people in there, and some people who I feel like they're important people. These people know more about boxing than I do. I mean, they're solid, hardcore boxing fans. And then I'll drop a link out there. They'll jump on. We just share it. I don't even care if I get any more subs. I got a good group now, and hey, but don't get me wrong. The more the merrier. If I get 5,000 subs and I can make money doing it, I'm not going to be
Exactly.
adverse to that. But bro, the way it is now, I'm just so happy. I'm so grateful. It's fun. I retired a few years ago. Nothing's happening. I'm not going to watch television all day. And then COVID came. Where the fuck you going to go? You can't go touch anybody. You can't pass the blunt around. So man, I found this YouTube thing, and it's
Who can?
awesome thing over here, man. I'm
You
meeting
might
good
not can
people.
pass the blunt around, but I will.
Yeah, not me, man. I don't want to get that ninja disease, bro. I'm keeping covered over here. I'm staying underground, man. I'm avoiding it.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah, let me put this out.
Uh,
Anybody that wants to donate, my cash app is $ capital JT 53000. If anybody wants to donate, that'd be greatly
yeah,
appreciated.
show my
Yeah.
man some love. Drop him some money in the cash app. He brings great content. All of them bring great content. They know what they're talking about. They know the boxing. They know the passion. Throw some
All right.
drop a few dollars. I don't $1, $100. It
Right.
don't matter. Show some love. How many
Thank
people
you.
on here?
Thank you. Hit the like button too and sub.
Yeah, hit the like button and subscribe. How many people on here, Clarence?
Let me see how many people. Well, two so far. Just chatting.
Okay, that's all right. People always go back and they'll see the video.
Hmm.
There's people that go back and watch with video because I do. I go back and I watch your videos.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, when y'all throw videos up there and I can't get to it because I'm doing something right now or something like that, I definitely go back like at night because I have insomnia, so I don't sleep, or I'll get a bail
Oh,
call and have to run
you
out and get the
too?
bail.
Me too. I
Yeah,
can't sleep sometimes. Sometimes
Hey,
I'm trying.
guys, I got a dip for a few, man. It's been awesome, Laurie. Nice to meet you, Clarence. Always number
nice
one
meeting
grinder,
you
man.
too.
All
Peace
right.
out, brother.
All right, peace, Joe. Thank you, Bruce. Yeah, so brother Bruce go there. Yeah, we got the lovely Lori Reed up in there. We got Clarence
You
Gray.
know what? Y'all the first person ever had me on your panel. I wouldn't jump on no one's panel.
What?
So you can say the very first panel I jumped on. Well, the first I did with Clarence, and now I'm with the Underrated today. So that's the
Duh.
second. Well, me
Yeah,
and
I
Clarence
got.
just did a one-on-one. I just came in from the gym, I think, and I was
Mm-hmm.
standing outside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was you know what? Actually, Miss Laurie was probably oh God, probably one of the first ones I really started interviewing like that. There wasn't too many people I was interviewing like that at the time because people were
Yeah, but
still
you
trying
were
to get used
good.
to
You
me.
did good. You did the
You know
questions.
what? I'm proud of myself because I told my wife this. I said, you know, as bad as the COVID is, something good kind of came out of it because when I didn't have nothing to do, that's how I ended up starting the group because it was like
Right. Right.
I needed something
Exactly.
to do. I needed something to do, and when I was going to other people groups, they were horrible. I was like the way people were just talking to each other, like the
Yeah.
disrespect. And I was a part of these groups, and I was just like, you know what? I don't want to be a part of these groups no more. So let me go
A
ahead
couple
and go do
groups
my
got shut down.
yeah. Well, they should because some of the disrespect that was going on in in these groups were crazy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
crazy. And I'm like, we
Yeah.
can all agree to a disagree. It's not against the law to do that, but when you start having to call a man out, call him something, and that you shouldn't be calling him, like it's like, come on, man. That's why everybody
Yeah.
is not able to get into my group. That's why I had made my group private because
Right.
when I had to start my group over for whatever reason, Facebook felt some kind of way. I said to myself, you know what? You're not letting everybody back in. There's only a
Right.
certain amount of people you're gonna let the real ones who supported you from day one, because you can't forget the real ones that supported you from day one. So when I thought of Underrated, I thought of you, Miss Laurie. I said, well, you know what? These are my day ones. So
Right.
these are the ones that I'm gonna let in, and everybody else, I'm not trying to get 200 people. Like all that don't even matter. I'm cool with the people I got
Right.
now. Like I'm
Well,
good.
you
But
know what? It'll come. It'll come with
yeah,
content, and people will
yeah,
start talking, you know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
and we got to start sharing these videos and supporting each other by promoting each other on Facebook. Hey, look, y'all, go join da 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 da. Go
yeah.
go do this, go do that. It's a great group. I was just on there, and they're well
It,
respected and everything. But you know what?
yes,
I don't play no games in my group.
that's what me and Underrated do all the time. Like if I when I do a video, because you know I also do videos on IG. So when I'm on IG and
Yep.
I didn't know
I
that.
see Underrated, I go, hey, go subscribe to my brother, the Underrated one.
I do the
And
Yeah,
same thing
I
too.
didn't
Yeah.
know you were on IG. I'm not. Do
yeah,
we
I have
follow each
two.
other?
I have yes, yes. No, do we? No, Miss Laurie, I don't think we do. But you're on IG. I sent you a couple of invites to a couple of videos I did, but I didn't
I'm
think you
gonna have
probably
to. I'm
got
gonna have
them.
to go back in and see because you know what, I very seldom check.
Yeah,
That's.
I have
I'm
two
not gonna do
platforms.
that.
I have McLean's promotion on Facebook, and then I have another platform I do called the No Duck Zone podcast. That's something another platform I created. So I got two platforms. So I'm busy.
Great.
Yeah,
I'm
I
busy.
got I got IG too, Lori. I'm gonna give you mine too.
Oh,
Okay,
stop it,
make sure
Underrated.
you
You're
vote.
such a baby.
Make
Wah
sure
wah wah wah.
leave him alone.
That's right. Leave me alone.
Make
That's
sure
mine.
you text it to me so that way I'll just go follow you.
Okay.
You
All right.
know.
I got you. I got you.
Now I got a lot of people. I got a lot of champions that follow me on Facebook. I mean on
Yeah,
Instagram too. You'll see.
Miss
Oh my
Lori,
God, I got so many pictures with
you have
all
a
these
lot of
people that
you have a
have been
lot
in
of
my life.
DMV
You
fighters.
know.
You have a lot of
Yeah.
DMV fighters that follow you. That's crazy.
Oh
I was
yeah,
looking
they're
through your page.
wonderful. Let me tell
Yeah,
you,
I was looking through your.
The- the-
the
I was
DMV
looking through your.
guys, the Phillies,
Yeah,
the Philly fighters, the
mm,
uh Houston, Texas,
mm,
I mean Dallas, Texas, Houston,
yeah,
North Carolina.
yeah,
I got a lot of people that the champions that are coming out of these areas that
yeah.
follow me, and I go
excuse
back
me,
and I look into it,
Uh,
and because I invited the fighters before I even invited the fans to the group,
mm,
and I go through every night and I will read, and I ask my admins to do the same thing, to read, and if anything sounds like you put a post up and it's going to be a post that it's going to be debated, people are going to start saying bad things about like Fury. You put a post up about Fury, that's a lighted post. You put a
yeah.
picture up about Deontay Wilder, it's a lighted post against the Wilder haters. You know, it,
Uh,
it, it's lighted posts. So I really watch those, the ones that I think are loaded. I
uh,
watch those posts more careful, and I read the comments. And I don't have a problem with removing the comment. And if I remove too many of your comments, then I would just remove you from the period, from the group, because that's how you're going to keep your boxing group afloat and not get it shut down.
yeah.
Now, Clarence, you remember when I was in that other boxing group?
He's not here at the moment.
Clarence not left?
No, he's coming back. He got to do something. He's still on.
Oh, okay. Do you remember when I was in that other boxing group,
Uh,
Jerry?
I think I did.
Huh?
I think so. What's the name of it? If you don't
It's
mind.
Boxing Elite.
Yeah, I remember that. Right.
Yeah, you know what and I don't care. I'm on social media. I don't care. I'm gonna tell y'all what they did. I was faithful for 2 years, and I'm gonna. Oh shoot, I was faithful for 2 years to them. Right? I didn't get paid for this shit. I didn't get paid for none of it. But I was the one that was going to the fighters. One
Uh
of his
huh.
admins didn't even have money. He came to San Antonio because I was in San Antonio. I'm the one that got him in the doggone Leo Santa Cruz fight. And then when he seen me, I bought Adrian Broner in the group. He
Uh
told me
huh.
that I could not bring in any champions in that group, and I done bought in so many. He said they have to be friends with him on his Facebook page. Adrian Broner told him to suck his dick. I was on the phone
What?
with him. Excuse my language. But Adrian Broner said, "No, Lori, get out that group today. Start your own. I'll be there." He said,
That's
"No, you get out of
crazy.
that group today." On January 10th of last year, I started this. I started my group. I left.
That's.
I
Mm,
They just are too overbearing, and like, you're not posting enough. If you had the right amount of people, that I mean, you had the quality enough of people that are in your group, they should be posting too.
uh
You
huh.
got to look at their activity. They ain't posting, take them out. Turn that off, Mook. Turn it down. My baby done came up here. I guess he done got mad at the rest of them. But I'm gonna pull out here for a minute. I just got in the house. Um, and I'm sitting on my bed. I gotta get myself together because I gotta fix this other page that I
But I
put up.
appreciate that. Next time, I'm gonna invite you to my channel, do one-on-one on
Okay,
you, and then
just
also
give me a call.
I will.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw something up on Facebook too. Now, thanking
Okay,
you all for letting me on your panel.
got you.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks again.
Have a safe one.
The one and only Laurie Reed. You will see her soon. So welcome. This is my secondary channel. Number one grind of real talk. This is the underrated boxing talk number 58. And we welcome back Clarence McClain.
Pardon me, man. You know, it's the missus is about to get off, so I'm just trying to get dinner ready. I apologize.
Man, better apologize. I want some of that food too, man. We holding
Ah,
out, man.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, we definitely going, do this again. Probably get at this again tomorrow and find some talk.
Yeah, exactly.
We gotta start going back.
Laurie left, so she be back and she gonna hook us up and everything, man. Make
No
it
doubt.
last some months, please, bro. You make it last some
I
months.
want to say salute to the chat, salute to the panel, everybody that was on the panel. Bruce Goes, Laurie, love the both of y'all. Love you, my brother, underrated.
As always,
Appreciate
love you back.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you always having me up here, man. And like I said, we'll be back at this tomorrow, the day after, and the day after that if we have to.
Yeah. We might do it again tomorrow, man, because I definitely want to get in some stuff. And please support Lloyd Reed and like that. We gonna do our thing, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
think Dane's looking. I mean, on this YouTube channel, I think for boxing, I think Danes is really looking up. He looks surprisingly, bro. We up to 58.
Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful.
A lot of people didn't think it was gonna last 10. We grinding. It ain't all about me. It's about other people too. We grinding.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna pop off, but watch when it pop off. You want to join? No, you didn't join when I hit 1 and 2. No.
Yeah.
We don't want you on. But thanks again, brother Clarence, as always. Tell sis said hi for me.
Definitely will.
Oh, but see, I made some broccoli and green beans and some bow tie pasta. Why? I'm saying, but see, why you gotta put that though? Can I have some?
I'm about to make some baked ribs. I'm about to put them in the oven.
See, I'm gonna fight both of y'all, man. I ain't scared of you no more, man. Well, I was
Baked
scared of
ribs,
you
man.
last
Put them in the
year.
oven. My baby don't like barbecue sauce, so I can't put none of that on there. I'm just gonna bake it. That's just my baby. But it's all good though. I'm gonna put them in the oven. I'm still gonna make it tasteable for her. You know what I mean? I'll put my hands to work.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I got some I made some boneless ribs. You see it on Facebook already. You seen it already.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm ready to finish that up today. Yeah, that's good. You know what I mean? But see, men can cook too. A lot of people don't know. Man, we can cook.
Oh, they be sleeping. They don't know. Listen, I was taught this, right? I was taught this. And a lot of you grown men need to become grown men, if you know what I'm talking about. Because a lot of y'all sit here and depend on a woman or somebody to cook for you. I was taught that if you didn't learn how to cook, you were going to starve. So I don't care what it is. Learn how to cook. You don't have to be a perfect cooker. It's not about being a perfect cooker. But I'd never have to worry about a woman telling me or anybody telling me, man, woman, anybody telling me, well, I was going to cook for you and now I'm not. Okay, don't cook for me. I guarantee you I can go in the freezer, in the refrigerator and pick whatever I want that I know how to cook. And I bet you I will not go to bed hungry. Long as I live, I'll never, like I said, it's not about first thing people say is, what do you know how to cook? It don't matter what I know how to cook. Just know I know how to cook. I'm not going, because when you tell somebody what you know how to cook, the first thing they go is, oh, that's easy. If it was so easy, then the people who don't know how to cook, or they'll be doing it. If it was that damn easy. So at the end of the day, I was always taught that you will starve if you don't get in that kitchen and make something happen.
Look, man, I know what I could do. About that. I know what I could do. I proved it. So yeah, but that's part of being a man too. You gotta learn how to cook.
You gotta learn how to cook, man. I'm not starving for nobody.
I ain't starving, dog.
Listen, rather if I go to the store or a fast food restaurant, any way you look at it, I'll never starve, bro. I'm just not gonna do it. You know what I mean? I'm always gonna get in that kitchen and dabble. That's why you kept seeing me go in and out because I looked at the time and I realized, oh, it's almost time for the missus to come home, which I should have been had dinner prepared. But I was in the middle.
Big
Yeah,
C doing it
man.
up, man.
Yeah, I'm doing it up, man. I'm about to get back in here and finish what I got to do too.
All right, but thank you, brother. I really appreciate you take the time.
No doubt. Thank you for having me. As always, we
Always,
be back.
always a pleasure.
I'm
Always.
actually going. You know what? I'm actually going to be going live tonight on IG. So,
What
you
time?
more than welcome. Well, just let me probably about it's 5:24, about 7. I know
Okay.
I was supposed to be one at 12, but I was in the middle of running around, so
All right,
I
yeah,
really
yeah.
couldn't do
All
it.
right, just let me know if I ain't sleeping. I'll probably take me a little nap. If I ain't sleep,
Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you.
all right.
Definitely. We definitely gonna do it Underrated. I'm gonna holler at you though, bro.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace.
All right, yeah. See. Yeah, thanks y'all for showing up to my secondary channel. The number one grinder, real talk. This is yours truly, number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on YouTube. The best in the business. Be putting it down for a long time. I want to thank everybody in the chat. Thank y'all so much to take the time because y'all could have been anywhere, but you've been here. Y'all came here, and I am greatly appreciated. Trust me, I do not take y'all for granted. But one thing before I close out. To your destination, if you travel to your destination or home, if you single, or you travel with family members, or you travel with friends, travel associations, etc. Take every safety precaution out there because the climate out there is real. And we don't want nothing to happen to y'all. All right? All right. So we're going to close this out. All right? She just had to wait. She had to wait. I'm got close. And let's be good to each other. This one is Ghost. Have a good evening. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Stay blessed till next time. Stay blessed.